Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the latest launch from Sculpted by Aimee. Honest to God, like every time I think that that's it for the year, they bring out another one. They have sent me a gorgeous press drop for their new palette. That's going to be me in a little while. And this is the palette. This is the Sultry Stories palette. I'll show you. It is stunning. I was watching Aimee Stories the other night and she had eyeshadow on and it was like a sage green and I was like, I wonder is that like a new product? It is. Oh sorry, first of all, this is the palette here. Isn't it gorgeous? And then inside you have a whopper mirror and then these shades. I'm gonna leave the little sticker on the mirror for now, but these are the shades. Oh, they are a bit of me. There are 12 shades altogether, 6 mattes, 6 shimmers, and I feel like this is a really nice, cohesive eyeshadow palette. There's none of them mad looking colours. You know the way you get the palette and you're like, okay, oh my god, this is beautiful. And then there's like a psychedelic colour in the end going, you know you're never going to wear that. Whereas I know for an actual physical fact that I will wear every single one of those shades. Aimee has named all of the rows, you can see it up the top there. So this one is buff, this one is smoke, this one is shimmer, and this one is dress up. They sent this gorgeous press drop, but inside it shows you how to do these looks with the 3 shades. So what I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm actually the most awkward person ever. Okay, so this is the golden look, the royal look. Nice, there you can kind of see it there. Sorry, the camera's just washing it out a little bit. Then we have the sage look, and then what is this one called? And then we have the pixie look. What I'm thinking about doing is trying to recreate 2 of the looks here. I definitely want to do the royal look. And let's do the golden look. Okay, so that's going to be me in like 10 minutes. Let me just change the settings on the camera because you know it. I'm filming on a day where the sun is going in and out. Okay, let's start off with the golden look. So we're going to use fawn, bark and gleam. I'm going to use some of the eye brushes from the brush set that they sent there recently. I have a blog or no I don't. I have a YouTube video if you want to go and have a little look at that in more detail. Okay, so it says buff shade fawn right across the whole eyelid using a blender brush. A little bit of fallout. That always happens when I pick up a shadow with a blending brush. Oh, that's really nicely pigmented. Anyway, so I'm just taking that shade fawn, like they said, all over the eyelid, and then whatever's left on the brush, so what I always like to do is just bring it slightly higher because I've hooded eyes. That's an absolutely gorgeous shade. Like I'd be happy with that now. Looks like in the picture if she has this under the lower lash. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm already doing it. Oh my god. I read one instruction and then I'm going rogue. I just think when you have the same shade underneath the lower lashes as you have above, it just ties the whole look in together. But you don't have to do that. It didn't say it in the thing. I just did it. Smoke with the shade bark into the outer corners of the eye, keeping it underneath the socket and bringing it onto the lower lash line too. Just picking up a little bit of that. Okay, I'm going to lean now. I just like doing a V and then you bring it from like the middle of your eye into the outer corner. I'm sorry that I keep changing the camera settings. That's blending so nicely and it's said to bring underneath here. Oh my god, do you remember the last time I was doing a makeup video and I said don't let me film on a day where it's sunny and cloudy? This is why. This is why. I'm just going to take that first brush and just make sure all the edges are nice and soft. Shimmer with the shade Gleam, patting onto the lid using your finger or flat brush for extra impact to bring around your tear duct. I'm going to use it on my finger. I always like using shades like this with my fingers, so I should have actually swatched all of these. I'll do that at the end. Oh, that's a really nice soft shade. It feels almost wet, so that's there on my finger. That is gorgeous. It's like a flaky, like wet eyeshadow rather than like a dry kind of shimmery one. I think this would definitely work better in my experience, like with formulas like this. It works better with the finger because it can kind of pack it down rather than the bristles moving the product around like a little bit. Okay, I've set up the studio lights, so hopefully the colour will be the same now throughout everything. So that's the golden look with those 3 shades. I think it's fab. I'm going to put the mascara on at the end, so don't worry about that. Let's go on to the next look. That's going to be me in a minute. Off the shade Tawny all over the lid and then into the eye socket. Okay. Oh my god, I barely dipped my brush into that shade. That shade makes my eye look really green. Oh, it really does. Oh, that's like the perfect kind of one and done eyeshadow. And then again with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just using almost like the side of the brush just to soften those edges. I'll go back and soften even more later. Then it says smoke with damson, the outer corner into the... So basically we're going to use the same technique, and that's what I would always do anyway, is to like bring the darker shade into the corner. So I'm going to use damson. The shade builds up nice and easily as well. I think these two shades would be gorgeous if you had blue or green eyes. But I feel like this is a shadow palette that would suit a lot of eye colours. I think this would make for a really nice spotlight eye as well. So you do like dark here, and then keep the shimmer in the centre. I will experiment with this. This is the first time I'm using the palette, and I'm going to bring that... Oh, I've already brought some underneath the lower lashes without realising. Don't worry if you think it's looking like a little bit heavy right now. This is you have to trust the process. I'm going to take that same brush just to soften the edges, but then also take the other side of it and bring that first shade, Tawny, here lower, so you're kind of using that shade to blend the darker shade. Okay, then it says use the shade Royal across the entire lid. Oh, it's this shade here. That is a fab shade. Yeah, I think that these shades would work a lot better with the way that I'm doing it, like with my finger, or if you were to use a brush. I think they probably apply well if they were wet. But you know what? I'm going to give them a try when I swatch them after this. It says here, line using an angled brush. I'll just use this with damson, so the darker shade. So whenever I use darker shades like this on like a really thin brush, I stamp. So that helps you really get close to the lash line, and it almost makes it look like you're wearing eyeliner. I think I'm going to do it here too. I'm just going to take a cotton pad because I just want to tidy up and see what I'm working with here. I'm just taking a little bit of my foundation. I used the Sculpted Second Skin Matte earlier. I have featured that in a video. I'll link that below as well. I just don't want to go in with concealer just yet. And also, it's in a drawer there, and I've all my photography stuff in front of it and I can't move, so we'll make do. Let me just apply a bit of mascara and then we'll have a chat. Okay, the mascara is on, the eyes are done, the royal look, the golden look. What do you think? I think they're both stunning. What I think I'm going to do now is take off my cardigan because I want to swatch the rest of the palette. I'm in business. What I like to do is like with my three fingers show you each row on the back of my hand, okay? So this is the first row, the buff row. I'm going to bring it further back because I don't want the light to wash them out. Oh, look at them. That shade. They're gorgeous. So I'm wearing that one on that eye, this one on this eye, and now I really want to use this one. It's like a really warm terracotta shade. They're fabulous. They're all matte, as I said, and they're just really soft. They're even. They're not patchy. Okay, now we're going on to the smoke shades. So nice. So I'm wearing that shade on this eye, that shade on that eye. No, I'm not wearing that shade. I'm wearing that shade on that eye. Oh my god, I actually love all of those mattes. Sometimes there can be shades in eyeshadow palettes, like especially matte ones, where they're so pale or they're too dark for me. And I know I'm like, oh, I'm probably never going to use them. I'm going to use all those. All of those. I am dying to get my fingers into the shimmer shades. I do love a shimmer shade. And I feel like with shimmers, they can really elevate your look. So if you're wearing like a matte eyeshadow look, maybe during the day and you're going out after work, because we could do that now, you can use your finger to apply one of those shimmers over your regular look and you can just be like delighted with your life. Now it's time for these three. So I already have this one on at the moment on that eye, but I'm still going to show them to you anyway. They're joyful. They're okay, no, just put them on. Oh my god. I felt these thoughts. You ready? Stop it. Oh my god. Hold on, wait. Look at the shade. Look at that shade. I really want to put that on. That's gorgeous. That actually reminds me of one of the Eyes to Mesmerizes from Charlotte Tilbury. It's been a while now since an eyeshadow palette has kind of captivated me like this. Okay, let's do the last line. So I have this shade on this eye, so Let's see what the other two are like. Ready? Oh, it's very hard to see in the viewfinder. Oh my god, that green, that shade! That's called Tropic. Oh, I think that shade like goes in my eyes. But I also think that shade will make my eye look really green. Absolutely love this palette. On first impressions, I think it's gorgeous. I know I will use all of the shades. I feel like you can mix and match a lot of the shades like really nicely. Gals, 2 thumbs up for that. So this eyeshadow palette, when you watch this video, will have gone live today. I think this will make a gorgeous Christmas gift. I love that it's like nice and compact. I love that they haven't, oh my god, I've actually destroyed it. I love that they haven't included an eyeshadow brush that you're probably going to lose anyway. The mirror is massive, and I feel like the shades are going to be suitable for all eye colours and also all kind of makeup abilities, you know. So if you start really slowly and kind of build up, because like these pack a punch when it comes to pigment. Don't know if you saw that, don't know if you remember that from earlier on. I think as well the shimmers will be a great one for coming up to Christmas, a little bit of party season, sparkle season. If you want to pick this up for somebody or for yourself this Christmas, I will link it below. Genuinely think this is fab, 100%. I need to put Pixie on my eye now. 1 minute. Oh, can you see that? This is what happens now, you see. I'm just going to be sitting here and I'll end up wearing all the eyeshadows. Thanks a million for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I will chat to you in the next video. And I don't want to take this off now.